Hello, my name is Jupiter Hadley, and I'm going to walk you through how to put up a game on GameJolt. First, you need to go to your dashboard, and then to add a game, you don't need to have a developer's account. Add a game should be right there. There's some rules that you need to read through and follow, and then click Accept. Have a title, a website, which is optional. You get to choose a category for it to go into. This would be arcade, and maybe I used, I don't know, Game Maker, because it's the only place I do use. You want to decide if it's a finished or stable game, a work in progress, or a canceled. This is going to be a canceled game. It's this one is for if it's playable. Mine's not playable, but you know. You can also add a description. You can even use Markdown. And you can use hashtags to enter it into jams. You're going to need to add your hashtag here. Or if it's like an FNF fan game, you can add that hashtag and it shows up in the FNF fan game hashtags when you look that up. Or you can put multiplayer or shooter, you know, stuff like that to identify your game. Click add a game. Games can be added and now can be managed from your dashboard. So now you need to basically set up your game. You need to have the overview. You need to have a thumbnail image, a page header image. This is the stuff that'll make your page look good. These two are not required, but they are recommended. Some images or videos. People play your game more if there's images. You have to set the maturity rating, so you have to decide who can play your game, all ages, teens, or mature. And then continue on with you have violence, fantasy violence, realistic violence, bloodshed, sexual violence, substances, drugs, tobacco, nudity, sexual themes, miscellaneous, humor, gambling. And that'll depend on what you pick, of course. You can go back to your overview, set your thumbnail, upload your game files so that people can actually play your game. And once you have all of that done, you can publish your game. You can also check out all the different tabs of like media to add an image here, or your file builds to add some packages here. You can add news to update your game. Well, let me click on that though. Or unless I was already over there. Yep, game news to update. Sorry about that. Add some news to give updates about your game. Add the music so people can download the soundtrack. Or even use some GameJolt APIs. So there's some built-in trophies and scores and stuff like that. You can go back to overview and just basically set that all out. And once you have all of that set up and you've published your game, there's awesome statistics that you can see about how everything's going and the latest activity on your game. It's a pretty simple thing to do. Just make sure your game looks good so that people will play it. Having a thumbnail and a page header image is pretty important because the first looks are what's going to draw a person into your game. But it's just follow all the steps and it's pretty easy to do. So I'm just going to quickly upload a package to a game. It's not actually a game or anything, but you can edit the name and description of this package. Optional package name, test game is what we'll call it. You want to add it. Alright. Add a new release. How do we haven't added any packages yet. Wait a second. It didn't actually require me to add something because this is my second test game package. This is hidden, so it's not going to show up on your game until you add the actual package and release it. Packages are pretty useful when you want like a Linux version and a Windows version and a web version all of the same game. Next, you wanted to add a release of your game. It was just pretty simple. Add release, and then it automatically puts up the type of build, and then you have to add a build, which requires you to have a file chosen and decide what it's for. I'm just going to upload a file. This is just a random.exe, so that I'm uploading. This game would be broken. And I put like other, you know, downloadable other. This page is currently hidden so no one will see this build, but it's all set up, test game and the release. You can go back to overview. Once you have the game and all of its settings set up, you can publish a release. You can publish the game for everyone to see there. I'm not going to publish mine because it's just a little test game. And then it will be unhidden, and your whole game will be unhidden, and people can go and play and rate and share and view and comment on your game. So yeah, pretty simple. It all can be held in here. And it's just a really nice platform to release your game in. Well, that's it for now. As always, thank you for watching. If you want to check out GameJolt, link in the description. If you want to check me out, all my info is also in the description. Yep. Bye.